How about you?
That one's icky. Make sure to check out my gaming live streaming YouTube channel in the link down below, along with my Patreon.
Rip your opponent down to her bra and panties. Right now, Stacy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes, she is.
Top 10 phobias test?
Phobias. We'll be testing out some of the most common and some very rare phobias. And we'll go from the most uncommon to the most common fears people have. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before we begin, and comment along the way to see if the stats match up. Now let's get started.
Okay, the boat makes me think of water, and then snakes, obviously snakes. Spiders, arachnophobia, obvious ones. But one of them looked like a robot, which is fair. Scared of AI, maybe? Real AI, not what we're calling AI. Like actual artificial thinking intelligence and humanoid type things walking around, cyborg type thing, whatever. And then the first one has eyeballs. That makes me think of anything that has to do with getting hurt in your eyes or things with lots of eyeballs.
First up, emetophobia, the fear of vomiting. Look at these unsettling images. Just seeing or thinking about vomiting can trigger a sense of dread for some. This is one of the rarest. Only 1 in 200 people suffer from it. How do you feel?
1 in 200 is rare?
Yuck. Are you okay with seeing this?
Makes me think of when you're already kind of sick and you think that you might need to puke or vomit and you think about it a lot, or you think about a place where you would do that, it kind of makes you want to do it more. But that's maybe in the middle of already being sick, thinking about doing it, and that causes you to feel even more sick because you're thinking about doing it. But you have to be sick to feel it. Don't really get anything from the images. Interesting, though, to say that this is one of the more rare ones. It's only 1 in 200 people. 1 in 200 is rare? Maybe for a phobia it's rare, because 1 in 200 doesn't really sound that rare.
Phobia, the fear of large objects. This one is actually pretty rare. Only about 1 in 100 people have this fear. Take a look at these pictures. How do they make you feel?
That one's weird.
That one is
but...
huge. Do you feel overwhelmed, or are you totally fine?
That one's a
How
little
about
weird
now?
too, actually. I think the large objects one would depend for some people, and if it doesn't depend for you, then maybe that's not a phobia. If it doesn't depend, and it's basically just any large object like boats, airplanes, and buildings, then yeah, maybe it's a phobia. Anything large makes you feel small. But I think the boats ones are a bit weird, but that has more to do with water. Like big things in water, because it's associated with water. So I don't think it's as associated with just big objects. Big buildings don't seem to be an issue. Or planes, or whatever that was.
Next, we have automatonophobia, the fear of human-like figures, such as mannequins or robots. Take a look at these eerie images. How do you feel? Maybe now? Or now? This one is also quite rare. 1 in 100 people suffer from it.
Okay, I mean, like, if I'm in a dark mall or by myself in an abandoned building and I start seeing mannequins, I'm probably gonna freak out. But again, that's not just randomly seeing objects like that. I think in video games, they're really good because I really don't like it whenever there's any sort of mannequin or human-like figure in video games, especially scary video game. I think that it has a very strong effect. Like, oh, this is a very good scary thing because it makes me feel uneasy. It's in a scary game, though, and it's only in games. Typically, I would think. So again, not really a phobia.
Next is pediophobia, the fear of dolls. Look at these dolls. Those blank, lifeless eyes can be unsettling for some. This one is also pretty uncommon, affecting about 1 in 100 people. How does it feel? Yikes. I admit they can be creepy. Are you creeped out? Could you keep one of these in your bedroom?
Okay, I mean, if you're gonna look up the creepiest images of dolls, creepy images of dolls, literally, are the ones that you found for this video. Yeah, it kind of makes me think of, I'm not sure if it's relatable for everybody, but, going to your grandmother's house and sleeping in the spare guest bedroom where she keeps all of her creepy dolls. Kind of wanting to turn them around at night so they're not looking at you. That's different. You're a kid, it's dark, you're in a new place, and there's like 28 dolls as a collection just all sitting along the dusty shelf staring at you while you're sleeping. That's unsettling. I want to say that that's a phobia. I think that that's reasonable.
Next is scopophobia, the fear of being stared at. Imagine seeing someone staring at you, not looking away.
What are these images?
This one affects about 1 in 50 people, so it's a bit more common. How do these pictures feel? It's kind of weird. Did they get you yet?
Okay, look, I think that there's a difference of, hey, that person's looking at me, and every time I look at them, it looks like they're looking in my way. I'm kind of feeling a bit anxious or being terrified of somebody looking at you like a psychopath, like that, wide eyes. Plus, is it like 6 people staring at you? Because then you're on the spot, and it's that feeling of, oh my gosh, everyone's looking at me. Or in a big crowd of people, only one person looking at you, and you still feel uneasy. I would think that these change. Kind of hard to, like, where's the line for it being a phobia?
Here's one that really gets under some people's skin. Trypophobia, the fear of small clusters of holes. Take a look at these images. This one affects 1 in 10 people. I admit I get a little uncomfortable. Ouch. How about you?
That one's icky.
Do you get uncomfortable?
Okay, 1 in 10 people actually does now sound more common. I think it depends on where the holes are. I think seeing it in skin, kind of makes skin crawl a bit, but every other one didn't really bother me so much. If anything, there's something that's very drawing to it, like very interesting. Um, Almost like a fascination of, oh my gosh, I want to look at it or understand why it's designed that way or looks like that or what happened or why. I want to look at it actually, whereas the one just in the skin looked a bit unreasonable. Kind of imagine like bugs for some reason making holes in skin. I don't know. That one makes my skin crawl a bit. But most of the other ones seemed kind of fine.
Thalassophobia, the fear of deep water. Look at these images of vast, endless oceans or deep underwater views. This fear affects about 1 in 10 people. It might not seem so scary in front of the computer, but imagine being there. Could you swim over that hole?
Yes, could swim over that hole. I could walk over that hole. It's just a picture. You know, around a pool where they tell you how like deep it is, like the feet. Just tell me how deep. Or actually, don't tell me how deep. That one's fine. Phobia, fear, completely rational. Yes, people drown in water. Completely reasonable to be like, ooh, that's water, can't swim, could die. That's like saying, yeah, I have a phobia of jumping out of a plane. Like, well, duh, because you could die.
Again, affecting almost 1 in 10 people, the one and only arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. Look at these close-up pictures of creepy crawlies with all their legs and multiple eyes. Can you handle it? Do you scream if you see one in your house at night?
Do you scream if you see one in your house at night? I find the video funny. And I'm not making fun of it negatively. It's just interesting how it sounds funny. Like, I think bugs, any type of creatures that could bite you or poison you or anything, creature, animal, bugs, reptiles, whatever, kind of classify that slightly different because it seems like the holy like texture, trypophobia, whatever it was called, seems like a very specific or unique thing that humans get uncomfortable with. Like, what is the rationalizing in the back of the brain that makes you uncomfortable with that? Is it linked to things like that used to be dangerous? It would be a sign of something eating away skin, poison, eroding skin, things like that are dangerous. Like plants that are typically like, what in the brain makes you not like that type of pattern or texture or holy like things? That seems a little bit more unique. Like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe even the very specific staring, maybe. But if it's any type of fear of like a bug or a creature or something that could bite you, sting you, doesn't belong in your home, in your opinion, that just seems almost so reasonable that I classify that myself as almost like a difference from these phobias. I'm not trying to act as if they're not phobias because some people have irrational fears. I may or may not have one of cockroaches. Like, oh yeah, I would be afraid of a spider, but I don't think I have arachnophobia. Might have a phobia with roaches because it feels very irrational. Like, I would be afraid of a spider because they look kind of scary. They could bite. I'm afraid to touch it. They just look scary. But bursting out into tears or having a panic attack over something, you know, there's levels, and maybe that's where it crosses the line. Are you afraid of it, or do you have a phobia?
In second place, affecting almost 1
One
in
in
3
three?
people, it's the
Oh,
fear of the dark, or nyctophobia. Someone once said we don't actually fear the dark, but what can be hidden in the dark. Could you handle being alone in those dark places? That looks scary.
the extra commentary. That looks scary. Uh, 1 in 3 people. Now it makes sense too. Of course, it's not a fear of like the actual dark. It's a fear because you can't see. So there's something uncomfortable with not really having one of your senses that you're used to working, which is I'm used to being able to see and using my eyes, and now all of a sudden I can't really.
In first place, we have the fear of snakes. Oh my, I can't watch, can you? This literally sends shivers down my spine.
Does it?
Do you have this common fear?
I would have thought the dark would have won, but that's biased. Not personally afraid of snakes. Dark kind of makes me uncomfortable because clearly I can't see. Snakes are really only scary if they could hurt you. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more snakes that exist, or species of snakes that exist, that don't really bite, aren't very aggressive, and at least aren't uh, venomous. But still, very rational fear, considering a lot of them can be aggressive and can hurt you if they want to. Interesting video. Let me know in the comments below if you thought another phobia actually should have probably been mentioned, or if you had any of these. And what you would like to see in content would also be really helpful. Make sure to check out my other YouTube channel, where I live stream, and I'll see you all next time.